We're across the river at Somerset, Berkeley, as the Lady Hilltoppers visit the Blue Raiders for their senior night. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud, along with Zach Souza. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast tonight on Fred TV and Blue Raiders TV over here in Somerset. Well, Zach, it's a big night tonight for Somerset. It's their senior night. For Durfee, though, it's an even bigger night because they're trying to get into the playoffs. They're in a must-win situation. And then, additionally, a feel-good story. Durfee senior Shaylin Carrero is on the precipice of 1,000 points, needing just 19. So lots to do tonight for both sides.
It's big games for both sides. You know, Somerset obviously wants to win in this senior night. It's a big night. Seniors put in a lot of hard work. Also, on the other end, Durfee kind of wants to crush that a little bit and get the upper hand with Shaylin scoring 1,000 and ultimately winning the game to force a playoff spot.
All right, so Durfee at 6-10 needs to win out. They're 6-10, and you have to win half your games, so you need the 4 wins going forward. Tonight would be a little bit of sweet revenge for the Hilltoppers, who lost to Somerset on their home court to open the season, so they're looking to return the favor. We'll have all the action next on Fred TV and Blue Raiders TV, so stick around.
The captain, Jamie Torres. Destiny Bertava. Ariana Borges. Brianna DeCambro. And Courtney Alvin. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game with Durfee marks the final home game which the senior basketball players of Somerset Berkeley will play on this court. We would like to take this opportunity to recognize and pay tribute to our seniors. Tiffany Chassie, accompanied by her parents Robert and Lorraine Chassie. Josie Schmidt, accompanied by her mother, Jessica Palo. Mariah Majuri, accompanied by her parents, Stu Majuri and Terry Majuri. Haley Payton, accompanied by her parents, Larry Payton and Kristen Sterling. Caitlin Margilis,
5 fingers on your hand. If you can get them all together, you have a fist. That's how I want you to play. Meaning that if the team works together as one, they can achieve so much more than if they were working individually. A good team wins a few games. A great team wins a majority. But a perfect team gives everything they have on the court and has fun doing it. Tiffany, when you're on the court, you don't back down from a fight. You defend the hoop like it's your child, and you take care of the basketball when it's in your possession. The first time I met you was my freshman year at Showfire Camp. You were so nice to me and you made me feel like I belonged. When I saw the first JV game that you played in, you inspired me to get better during every practice and try my hardest at every game. You made a huge impact at the school and on this team. During practice, you're always counting the loudest, so you know how many baskets you can make during each drill. Even when you were out last season, you still came to practice, and I remember always getting you a chair so you could sit and rest your leg while either dribbling the ball or throwing it against the wall and catching it. Your passion for the sport amazes me, and even after your injury last year, you're still becoming the best basketball player you can be, and I admire you for it. You've proven me that your goals don't come easy. It takes hard work and dedication. I'm devastated that you're leaving us, but I think I speak for everyone here when I say that you'll do great things with your life in the future. You're gorgeous, talented, athletic, and smart. No matter what career path you choose to follow, you'll be perfect for it. I love you, Tiff, and I hope college treats you well because they don't know what's coming.
Chelsea, I have to admit, doing this speech was really hard, and it was even harder to keep it a secret from you. But I had to find a way to show you how much you mean to me. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing here part of this amazing team. Ever since we met, you've always pushed me to take chances, and I will forever be grateful for that. Whether it was something small like going to a football game with you, you told me to do it because you knew I would have fun. And you're right, I did. You pushed me to play basketball, and I'm so glad you did. Being a part of this team is so fun, and I'm so sad to see it end, because next time you won't be here. You're going off to college to do some amazing things, and this team will miss you very much, especially me. This team was so lucky to have you, and we were even luckier to have you as a captain. You work hard at everything you do, and you showed us what it means to be dedicated to the team. On and off the court, you're such an amazing friend. You're incredibly sweet, and no matter what, you make everybody smile. Nobody will ever forget the memories that they have with you because you truly are an unforgettable girl. This whole team loves you so much and is so proud of everything you've accomplished. Can't wait to see what comes next to you. I also just want to mention how much you've made an impact on my life. Having you in my life has truly changed my whole world. You're always there for me when I need someone the most. I can't thank you enough for all the amazing memories and endless laughs. They will always hold a special place in my heart. You're such a great role model, and I will continue to look up to you. I really don't know how you can be so close to everyone, and even though you're going away to college, I hope this friendship will last. Finally, I just want to say thank you one last time to this amazing girl who made an awesome captain, an amazing teammate, and an even better best friend. You have no idea how much I'm going to miss you.
Mars, during this season, you strived for greatness. You showed up to every practice and every game that you played. Never once took being on this team that we've all family for granted. Never hesitate to help any of them. You speak great lengths to your selfless character. You've had so many laughs in the locker room and in the court. You were constantly the loudest on the games, always cheering on your team. Every single day, you would come to practice, focused and determined to be your absolute best. Didn't matter how your day was going, you always offered the biggest smile, making everyone else's day. No matter if you were winning or losing, you always had an uplifting spirit. You've definitely made a big impact on your first year. I may have only just met you, but I feel as though we have a long friendship ahead of us, and I want you to know how much I appreciate all that you do and the advice you give. I wish you luck after high school. I know you'll do big things. Your focus and determination will take you to great places. We'll miss you.
first practice of the season, and how lovely it was to hear Harbor ladies for the first time in a while. But now we have made it to the end, our last few games together. I know that we have been playing each other for 3 years now, but I feel as if we really clicked this past season. We have a bond like no other. I always saw you as a hardworking and motivated teammate, and when I really got to know you, those traits were true and stood out even more. Whether we are in the game together or on the bench, you are always cheering on our team with positive things to say that are sure to raise everybody's energy and intensity levels. You know when to be serious, especially on game day, but I can always count on you if I need a good laugh, and we've had plenty of those this year. You were always there for me if I needed a favor or just wanted to talk, or whenever I was about to throw the ball away, you were always there to save it. I'm going to miss our crazy bus rides together along and seeing you in the locker room every day. It will definitely be quite the adjustment next year. As a junior, I look up to you in many ways, being the smart, caring person you are. The future is bright for you, and I can't wait to see everything you accomplish after high school. I'm proud to call you a friend, and although I'm so sad to have to say goodbye to you, I know you are moving on to bigger and better things. You never fail to bring your bright smile and joy into every room you walk into. Every day when you walk through those gym doors, you have a great attitude. You have such a sweet personality, and God knows how you had the patience to deal with me all season. And who knows how Coach can still deal with me. Wait, Coach, we're in Diamond? No, Squid, I just said we're in 22. As a teammate, you are such a great leader who has brought so much positivity to this team. Everyone on the team looks up to you as well as respects you immensely on and off the court. The best teams are formed when social aspects disappear, and every game is played as if it were the last time any one of us will play together. Next year, you will be greatly missed. In a few months, I will be sitting in the stands seeing you walk across the stage. You will be off to your next chapter in life, and wherever you go, I wish you the best of luck. So, Haley, thank you for everything you have done, and thank you for being an amazing friend. I can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future. And I know you are worried, but no, I definitely won't forget about you after this season.
I will be doing Mariah's speech. I'd like to say that I've been waiting to write this speech my freshman year. To be completely honest, I genuinely don't think I said one word to Mariah that year. But regardless of the fact, I've been fighting on Julie for the past 2 years about who was writing this. I'm so happy that she finally allowed me a chance to say what I was about to say. If some of you here don't know Mariah, which is kind of unfortunate since she's such an amazing person, here are a few details. She tends to laugh in uncomfortable situations. She's occasionally very loud. She's a little tone-deaf, especially when trying to harmonize the 12 days of Christmas. She's always happy, she's a great athlete, and she has the best sense of humor. Most important out of all of these, though, Mariah is one of the most kind and loving people I have ever gotten a chance to know. I know for myself and many others here, Mariah has not become just a teammate to me, but a best friend. Mariah, you've become my replacement carrot, my best buddy, and even my personal therapist. I honestly don't think I've gotten more lifelong advice from anybody else. I'm even lucky enough to have gotten the privilege to be your very own Uber driver this season since you won't get your license. You have the biggest, kindest heart, even when you had a bad day, you take the apple Carolina CD from her mouth and throw it across the locker room. You lift everyone up, even when you're down. Literally, like when your wrestle straight before practices, throw it to the ground. And figuratively, like after somebody's had a bad day, you're the first one to give them encouraging words. Without you, my years of basketball would not have been the same. You made early Saturday morning practices bearable and away game bus rides fun. You were a shoulder to cry on and for me to sleep on. And I am so glad to have been able to get to know you and who you are as a person. You are someone that I look up to and will continue to look up to for a very long time. You have every quality that a successful person will need, and I know that they're going to take you very far in life. What may feel like the end for you is only the beginning. Your future is so bright, I can really imagine where life is going to take you. I know you're going to do amazing things at MSU, and I can't wait to see you succeed. You better come back and visit me, because I have no idea what I'm going to do without you next year. Don't forget about you while you're living it up in Michigan. Let's make our last home game ever played together on this court. I love you, and I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished. And for one of the very last teams on this court, Mariah.
All right, folks, we're back high atop the gym here at Somerset Berkeley on the second level, the walking track. And I'll tell you something, Zach, after watching senior night and stuff and seeing this perspective, it's such a cool angle being this high up.
It's so good to see. You know, I made a comment before the game. It's almost like when you're watching the college basketball. You got that, like, up-top angle. I like it a lot. I really do.
So this is one of those things that, you know, the newer gyms are doing this. They're putting less seating and then having, you know, the upper level. So kind of a different look. I mean, I like how Durfee has a lot of bleachers, but selfishly, it would be very cool to have a walking track and a perch like this.
Yeah, it would take a lot less space on the court.
It sure would. All right, Nicole Parks gets the scoring started for the Hilltoppers. Out to the quick 2-0 lead here. We'll run down the starters real quick. So for the Hilltoppers, it is number 3, Ataya Rivera. Number 12, Katera James, who just stole the ball and gets it to go. Abby Callahan, number 15. Nicole Parks, who got the first basket, number 33. And, of course, Shaylin Carrero, captain, number 35. Now, Coach LePage of the Somerset Berkeley Blue Raiders told me that he's starting all seniors because it is senior night, and that's the tradition. That's the tradition there. So, and that was put in by number 40, Tiffany Chassie, one of 3 captains for the Blue Raiders. Nicole Parks gets the feed. They're going to go to Carrero. Carrero needs 19 for 1,000. We said it in the open. And averaging over 20 a game as Parks puts that in. And a quick timeout, so we'll run down the rest of the starters. But for Carrero, averaging just over 20 a game, according to Coach Brendan Kelly, and she needs 19. So he's confident. He expects her to do it tonight.
Doable. Definitely doable to do.
Sure is. All right. So we're going to look at now Somerset Berkeley, their starters. We have number 23, a captain, Josie Schmidt. Number 24, Caitlin Marzilli. Number 31, another captain, Mariah Majori. Number 33, Haley Payton. And then, of course, number 40, who I just mentioned, another captain, Tiffany Chassie. The Blue Raiders come in at 2-14, so unfortunately, they will not be heading to the postseason with just the 3 wins, 3-14. And one of those 3 wins coming against Durfee on opening night. So again, Durfee hoping to return the favor here on the Somerset court. But, you know, in a season with just the 3 wins, there's always some positives. And one of the things that Coach LePage had said was this team is a very close team. They work hard as a team, and they never give up. He said 4 times this season they took the last shot. Unfortunately, they came out on the short end, but they were there. He was able to coach from start to finish close games, and that's important.
Right, yeah, I mean, 3-14 never sounds good. It never is good, but, I mean, it's not like they're getting blown out 14 games this season. You know, they're having a lot of close games, he had said, which I think is an upside on this season.
Yeah, it definitely shows that there is, you know, that you're in them. And, you know, you make those 4 shots, well, now you're 7-10 and you're in the hunt still.
Yeah, right. Those 4 shots changed the season, but like I said, it's not really bad, but it's still not what you want.
This is off the mark for 3. Now, part of the reason the timeout as well is we're seeing some of the regulars get subbed back in for Somerset. So, number 1, Julianne Pacheco is into the game. Number 32, Alexandra Mikhailov is into the game, as well as we have 42, Jessica Salamoni. She's into the game now. So now you're seeing the regulars in addition to some of the captains and the seniors. Caroline Gajewski's another one that is into the game. So 4 of the 5 seniors now back on the bench. And that's a backcourt violation, and it'll be a turnover for Durfee. So again, and that's kind of a traditional thing, is that you see the seniors getting the start, and I'd imagine that same thing in baseball.
Right.
Maybe
I mean, especially in Somerset's case where they had 5 seniors. I mean, why not start all 5 of them?
Of course. Abby Callahan coming away with it. Got to get used to reading Durfee on the left side of the scoreboard. Carrero puts it up for 2.
Ooh, a lot of contact.
Tough shot. Tough shot. She got it down, and now we are 17 points away.
And the countdown begins.
Very exciting.
Oh, very exciting. I'm excited to be here.
And we're going to have our first foul of the game.
It's a rarity. 1,000 points. Definitely a rarity. Something I've never seen.
We were talking on the way over here as Somerset picks up the first foul of the game, and it is on Mikhailov. I was seeing, Durfee on the left side of the book. I'm not used to doing away games, so it's kind of, away from the norm here. But, we were talking on the way over, and I've been very fortunate to see or to report on, I'd say at least a half a dozen, probably more, 1,000-point stories, which is cool. And 3 of them coming right here in the city. And then a couple of them were, other teams visiting. We had an Attleboro player, in and out. Should have gone, and it didn't go, and now a travel.
Too many steps.
Yeah, Gajewski should have had a 3, and that ball just did not want to fall. It bounced right back out. 2 seasons ago against Durfee, the Durfee girls on a home game, senior night for them. Attleboro came to town, and they had a 1,000-point score. Did it in like the first 2 minutes of the game. It was a quick game. That is for 3, no good. And, so even some of the visitors or some road teams, I actually got to see 2 when I was an intern in 2011 when I interned at WPRI 12 in Providence. There was a girl from the Lincoln School, and there was a girl from West Warwick, which was actually like the first time I ever took a camera from them, because the staff was shorthanded in sports, and they said, well, guess what? You're the intern. You're going, because I can't leave the office. That was the sports director at the time. And talk about getting thrown into the fire.
Yeah,
but,
right.
It was cool getting to see your work actually air on the network when you're just an intern.
Yeah, that must be really cool.
It was fun. It was fun.
They really just threw you right in there, though. I mean, no warm-up, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just threw you into a big game.
Yeah, the sports director at the time was Eric Murphy, and he said to me, Ev, get that camera and start practicing in the hallways here. Like, okay. I said, can you run down the hallway so I can get an action shot?
Did he run?
No. No.
Hey, how do you learn how to swim? You get thrown right in.
There you go. Just put on the life preservers, and you'll float if you can't get the arms moving.
Hey, it's the best way to learn it. Get thrown right out there. You see how you can do on your own.
Parks out to, that was no good, out to Rodriguez, who has been brought up from JV to varsity. Liz Rodriguez, number 13. The 2 points, the 2 baskets, the free throws we just saw, it was Jessica Salamone on a Shaylin Carrero foul. So both sides with 1, and Salamone went 1 for 2 there while we were digressing. So back Durfee's direction is 8-3, past the halfway mark of the first quarter already. Hilltoppers with the 5-point lead. Rodriguez back to Atea Rivera. Now out to Katera James off the rim. Rodriguez scampering to get the rebound. Now they get it to Rivera. That's no good. Another 3. Parks using the height effectively. Jumper falling back. Just didn't get enough on it. Looks like she was falling back a little too much and couldn't get a good jump on it. Now it's a Durfee ball. I don't think anybody realized it, so we're Rodriguez going to inbound it.
Yeah, I didn't see any Somerset hands on that ball, so I would have.
Carrero wants 3, and it doesn't go.
Oh, bouncing
so
around.
Close. So close.
That one hung up there for a while. Thought it might fall.
Nice move underneath, but a little too high. It's like the release point was a little too high, a little too strong. Carrero with the rebound. Rivera getting it to James. James fakes the throw to the left because nobody was there. Rivera now with it to Parks in the paint, out to Carrero. This is for 2, and that's off the rim as well. And Somerset takes back over. Nice move, but again,
tough to even get that shot up. She's falling behind it.
Gajewski could not get it to fall, so that's back-to-back that she couldn't get, plus that 3 that we saw she couldn't get to go either.
She's having a rough start.
I know, not a lucky break there. She making all the right moves, just can't get it to fall.
I'm surprised she even got that up and in front of the rim. It looked like she was falling behind the backboard.
We're going to have a jump ball here, and possession pointing to the right. So this should be Somerset ball. And the next one will go Durfee's way. Oh, how nice. One of the nice perks of a new school, you get even the new scorer's table that lights up with, You know, this one, ours at Durfee has the actual score on it, which is kind of cool, kind of unique.
Yeah, I like that a lot, you know.
But one thing we don't have is the possession arrow, which would be very useful to have.
I do like the way it's lighting up, though, with the school name and the logo, the nickname. I like it a lot. It's newer.
Oh, yeah. And again, I love Somerset's logo. It's just a very cool logo, the Blue Raiders. All right, and they're picking up their second foul. This is Peyton's first foul. And it's going to be, oh, well, you know what? They're inbounding. Honestly, I thought they were going to give the foul on the shot there, but they're saying it was on the floor. So they'll have to inbound. They get it to Parks, out to Rivera. Back to Parks. Parks for the three, and it's good. So Nicole Parks with 7 points. Oh, my bad. That was Katera James. That was not Parks. I apologize. So James ups her total to 5 with the three. Ooh. That is for three.
Gets
beautiful. Gajewski.
Finally gets one to fall.
Had the miss earlier. Now they feed it to Parks. Out to James. Wants another three. Knocks it down.
Back-to-back threes for James. She's
8
catching
points.
fire. She's definitely warming up.
14-6. We're under a minute to play in the first. And back-to-back threes for James with a three mixed in for Gajewski. So we trade long shots from the far end of the court here in the last minute. Get it to Majori. Majori has it go out of bounds. A kick ball will reset the shot clock. And it'll be a pretty small differential as well. Just 1.3 the difference between the shot and the game clock. As Carrero comes out, going to take a breather in this last 60 seconds. Last 30 seconds, really.
What is it called? I heard travel, but I thought I seen a ref give a jump. Oh, foul.
Yeah, just coming into the game for Durfee was Anoush Alimian, and she's going to get tagged with a foul here, reaching in. Thought she had all ball. I actually thought it was going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, it looked like she wrapped it up, but I mean, ref saw otherwise.
That's off the mark. She gets Alimian gets the rebound, and they get it to James, crossing center court, full steam ahead into the paint. Lost the ball, might have had the ball tipped. Gajewski going coast to coast.
Weaving her way through, just dribbling right through the Hilltopper defense.
Couldn't get it to fall, and it goes out of bounds, out of reach for James. So it'll be Somerset ball with 6.8 to play in the first quarter. So they'll look to take the last shot. 4 seconds. Let's a three go. Wow, that was sent into another time zone. That one, that one could have gone from NBA range there. Got a lot behind that one.
Got a lot, you're right.
1.2. Look at the inbound pass. Gets it off. There is a foul.
Wow. That was pinpoint accuracy. Got it right to where it had to be.
Yeah, and the foul was on the shot. She's going to get 2 shots here as the buzzer rang here. It's the second personal foul for Peyton, third for the team, and Parks is going to get 2 shots to end the quarter. That's why you go for that basket. That was a heck of an inbound pass. I mean, 3/4 of the court.
Weaved it right through there. Got it between the defense, right where it had to be.
So Parks, nobody will be around her because, again, there's not going to be rebounds here. The clock is at 0, so it's just a matter of taking the shots. It's almost like attack, you know, when you get the court to yourself, basically. First one good. And Parks, in her first trip to the line, will look to make it a 10-point lead after 1. That one, no good. So the lead is 9 after 1 quarter of play here at Somerset Berkeley. Parks with 5. And Katera James with 8, Carrero with 2, 17 away from 1,000. So good first quarter, though. I liked that. That actually was a very fast first quarter.
It was like no foul calls, probably 1 or 2.
Yeah, most of them coming at the end of the quarter.
Yeah. I think that might have been one of the only free throws.
I like the pace of the game, though. Nice to see some three-pointers as well. We saw 3 in the first quarter, 1 for Somerset and then the 2 for James for the Hilltoppers. So some of the long balls going down as well.
with Shaylin as close as she is to 1,000, I really would have thought I would have seen the Hilltoppers forcing her in the ball, but they're not forcing the ball, they're letting it happen, which I think is good because you're trying to force the ball in, making dumb passes, tipped away, turnovers lead to points.
Yeah, and, you know, to touch on that, Coach Kelly said before the game, you know, Shaylin's not just, you know, an underneath center anymore. She's worked on, you know, shooting from the field, even some long balls as well. She's back in there now to start the second quarter.
Yeah,
so
really evolved her game.
Exactly, and he credits players like Jordan Govin and Brianna Kamara, who was the last to get 1,000. Jalen Jackson, he credits them with really kind of grooming Carrero because they were tremendous players for the Hilltoppers. Carrero gets it, and it does not go. Might have had the ball tipped her on her way up there because it didn't just float. You know, it kind of was more like a heave, if you will. It didn't just flow out from her hands. So that one no good as the second quarter begins here. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you on Fred TV, and for our friends in Somerset watching Blue Raiders TV. We are at Somerset Berkeley for Durfee and Somerset senior night for the Blue Raiders. And what many are hoping for the Hilltoppers, a milestone night and a night that keeps the playoff hopes alive for the Hilltoppers indeed.
Yeah, that's even the bigger part of this game. They have to win this game. You lose this game, your playoff hopes are done. So this is a lot bigger than just a 1,000-point game.
Mikhailov puts it in for 2, opens the scoring in the second. Anusha Lemian got it out to Parks, no good. And Carrero couldn't get that one to go either. That's for 2, and that is long, out of play, Durfee ball.
Shot was heavily contested. 2 Hilltoppers there to make the contest. Good defense from them so far this game, holding the Raiders very low scoring.
Yeah, anytime you can hold your opponent to under 10 in any quarter, that's always a win. Durfee held them to just 6 in the first. They get it to Carrero, driving to the basket. Good for 2. And we'll continue the countdown. 15 points away from 1,000. Nice passing. Oh, just off the front of the rim.
They really moved the ball around quick right there. I liked what I seen from the Raiders, getting the ball around quick, getting the open girl at the free throw line for an easy jump shot.
And Abby Callahan got the hand in there on Mikhailov because that ball just died. Bad pass. It looked like they were going for Shea. Instead, it's Gajewski coming away with it. That's off the side of the glass. Kind of mistimed it. She's charging down the other end. Katera James going to get called on a offensive foul.
That's a tough call for the officials to make because you're not really watching the set player set her feet, so it's a difficult call to make, you know. Hard judgment.
Yeah, and of course, you know, typically the upper hand goes, oh beautiful, all alone underneath. Salamone for 2. You know, when you're an offensive player and you got the ball, typically you get the right of way, you know, but there are limits to how badly and how hard you can charge the paint there. So that's why there are offensive fouls. That's for 3. No good. I'll tell you, back and forth like a tennis match here. Change of possession we go. Nobody really using the shot clock. We've seen a lot of possession changes.
Yeah, they're taking like 4-5 seconds each before they take a shot.
Out to Carrero, back to Parks. Parks wants 3 off the rim. Carrero ranging in, gets the rebound, can't put it up. Alemian does put it up, the one-handed flip, and Anusha Alemian with the basket. 19-10 is the score. We get close to the halfway mark on the in the second quarter. 3 is long.
Another 3. That's a lot of threes they're shooting right now from behind.
And that one had a good angle on it. It was just a little long. That one definitely would have fallen, but it was just a little bit too long. But you're right. I cannot recall, you know, a girls basketball team take so many outside shots in the first half. I mean, Somerset not afraid at all to take some shots. And we got an officials timeout here. Not sure if they're gonna.
Yeah, what did they? Can't really see what they're discussing.
No, well, we're back. Might have been something on the floor. Maybe they had to wipe something on the floor, because I see the athletic director for Somerset, Joe Francis, now. He was listening in, and he's walking towards the door. So put up, no good. Carrero with the rebound, fighting to keep the rebound. They get it to James. James down the court, and a bad pass. Actually, it was deflected by Sidney Philippe. So because it goes out off of Somerset, Durfee will keep it. And that was Catherine Callahan who was passing it back. She just got into the game. Her sister Abby getting it to James. Abby to the other side to Catherine. Oh. Abby lost it, but it's picked up by Parks. Now Carrero in the paint, gets the basket.
Tough shot. Tough shot.
13 away. And the Hilltoppers extend their lead to 11, largest lead of the night. Loose ball. Hilltoppers end up with the steal. Parks comes away with it.
Oh,
lost the ball.
It, kicked it. Dribbled off her foot. She was coming down with a full head of steam, though, for sure.
Yeah, and tried to get through 3 players and didn't pan out.
See, that's what you see from the Park sisters a lot, though. They just go right at it. No second thoughts. They see the basket, they just go right to it. They play very aggressively.
That was a kind of a quick whistle there for the jump ball, because the ball was never truly secured by the Blue Raider on the floor. And Shaylin kind of jarred it loose right as the whistle was coming, so it really was not an issue of 2 players holding the ball, but kind of a lucky whistle, and Somerset kept the possession. In and out again for Jaguski. Gajewski, excuse me. I mean, that's ridiculous. How many times?
She's got to be frustrated.
Yeah.
So many shots that should. Different game if half of those fall in rather than going in and out. I'd be frustrated if I were her. So.
Philippe going up the ladder to get the inbound pass, puts it up, and it just does not fall. James out to Callahan. Get it back to Callahan. Carrero working the perimeter, now going to Catherine Callahan. Catherine to Abby. Back to Carrero underneath. Oh, it does not go. Just a little too soft there. Didn't get it over the rim. Again, it sure looked like some contact. Gajewski, another 3. That's no good.
I'm getting frustrated for her.
I know.
I really just want one to fall for her. It's tough right now.
Philippe got the rebound, but could not get it over the hands of James. Ooh. Loose ball. Ooh, and a trip.
That sounded a lot worse than it was.
I think so. Philippe went down to the
no
ground.
No problem, but that sounded hard.
And that's going to turn it over, and then it's a foul for the Hilltoppers, their 4th. And Nicole Parks picking up her first. That one for 2. High bouncer. And Carrero with the rebound. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Hilltoppers up 21-10. Parks, spin move in the paint. Puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound, lost the ball, but Catherine Callahan there for the rebound. I'm sorry, that was Abby, rather. Philippe getting the rebound off of that for the Blue Raiders, and they'll head back to the other side of the court.
Oh, Shaylin with
Carrero with the steal, trying to get an open 2 points.
And
she
one.
does,
Nice.
And 1 for the foul.
Nice. She really came out of nowhere on that. She was playing more towards the basket and just cut across, read the pass perfectly.
So the steal, the basket, and the foul. This is the 4th Somerset foul. And it is a foul on Majori. This is her first. And before the free throw, we'll have a timeout. 98 seconds to play in the first half. Carrero with that basket has 8 on the night. And she's 11 away, can make it 10 with the free throw. And that would give her an entire second half to get 10 points. So,
how do you do that so well, just 98 seconds? I don't understand it. I can't convert it that fast. You're just mid-sentence. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey, what can I say? I've been doing this a while. 6 years goes by pretty quick. So,
Jeez.
I mean, the 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's always 90, so I'm just adding 8, 98. What can I say?
I don't know. It still just baffles me.
I
how
guess
fast.
it's the same way how I can add up baskets in my head while I'm talking about another player.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You know, you got to do what
like
you got
I
to do.
could add that and notice 98, but it's just mid-sentence. I don't get it. It's incredible.
Thank you very much. Stick around. I'm here all night. All right, we're back to the court out of the timeout. Carrero looking to hit the free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Parks in traffic, trying to put it up. You telling me there's no contact there?
That's
Goodness
gotta
gracious.
Be a foul. 4 Raider girls all over her. That is a foul.
This is a no contact sport.
What do they what do they want?
I know. Carrero, yeah, get that one to go, but she will take 2 shots. First one is good. (24-10) with that last one. Second one does not go, so she'll be 10 away. .60 seconds to play in the first half. Nice move by Salamoni. They get the rebound. Now out to Pacheco for 3, no good. James on the rebound. I'll tell you, James having a nice first half. She's kind of been everywhere.
Yeah, she's been all over the place. Offense, defense, picking up rebounds.
Didn't go, but Parks is there for the putback. Parks, that's her first basket of the second quarter. She's got 7 points for the game.
Oh.
Good pass underneath. Salamoni will get it to fall. She's got 5. 30 seconds to play in the first half. 26-12, the score.
Wide open. Nice pass.
James.
Oh, wait. She's having a big first half. I like the way the Hilltop is moving it around, though, finding the open shot. Really working it.
3 threes for Katera James in the first half. 1 second, and that's the first half. James with 11 points after that late 3 here in the first half in what was an impressive first half for the Hilltoppers. They ended up with, I'm getting caught on the wires here. Here we go. We'll go a little closer to the table. Yep. You know, we were wireless before. Now we got the headsets on. So 15 points in the first quarter for Durfee, 14 in the second, and they held Somerset to 6 points in each of the first 2 quarters. So they're winning quarters. They're getting the baskets. This has been a really competitive game. I like what the Hilltoppers are doing on both sides.
Yeah, they're playing wicked good defense, very good offense. They're getting good shots, wide open shots when they're passing the ball around the perimeter. And on defense, they're doing the same. They're playing a lot of tight defense, a lot of zones. I like it a lot what I'm seeing from them.
And, you know, unfortunately for Somerset, I mean, they're taking shots. There's no doubt about that. They're just not getting them to fall. I'd say about half of their baskets that have missed, you know, might have gone down some other day. This could really only be maybe an 8-point game. Unfortunately for them, it's, you know, 29-12 at the half. So it's a bigger deficit than I'm sure they want to see.
Right.
But they'll come back out, make some adjustments. I'm sure Durfee will as well. And again, the milestone tracker here, Shaylin Carrero with 9 first half points. She's 10 away from 1,000. So stick around here on Fred TV and Blue Raiders TV to find out if Shaylin can get to 1,000 tonight. Halftime is now. We'll be back with the third quarter.
First, June, Sienna Cameroon with her mother, Pamela Meyer. Senior, young Song Haas, escorted by her father, Marcus. Senior, Morgan Harris, escorted by her mother, Karen. Next, we'll be recognizing all the senior boys basketball players and their parents. Senior captain Joe Canal and the escort of his parents, Joe and Natalie Canal. Senior captain Brendan White, escorted by his parents, Dana and Gina. Senior Tyrone Watkins, escorted by his parents, Tyrone and Paula Watkins. Ready, do Senior Brendan Call. Last but not least, senior captain Kate Fiala. We thank you all once again for your commitment to the program and we wish you all the best for the future. Thank you, seniors.
Second half about to begin here at Somerset Berkeley Regional, home of the Lady Blue Raiders. Durfee Lady Hilltoppers visiting here for the Somerset Senior Night. Hilltoppers needing a win here to keep playoff hopes alive. And we have a milestone tracker as well as James puts up another three. Shaylin Carrero with the basket. She is now 8 points from 1,000.
There we go. Big shot right there. Big shot.
Hilltoppers up 31-12. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you here on Fred TV and Blue Raiders TV. And that is put up for three. In and out for Salamone. Couldn't get it to go.
Another in and out shot for the Raiders.
Carrero for three. It's short. Tries to get the rebound, but boxing out nicely with Salamone. Get the ball back. But you're right. The story of the first half really are shots that didn't go down for Somerset. It's not like they weren't getting chances.
Right.
That's a beautiful feed and a beautiful job. That's patience right there to wait, and she gets the foul. Salamone's going to take two shots. That's just really good heads-up basketball right there.
Yeah, she gets the ball, waits for it, and lets Shaylin initiate the contact before she goes up with it.
Yep, so Carrero gets tagged with her second foul. And it's Durfee's first. Actually, first for the Hilltoppers here in the second half. And the first basket missed. Somerset also with one foul here in the second half. Second free throw good. So 1 for 2 at the line was Salamone. tipped away. A bad pass there, so the Blue Raiders coming back with it. Julian Pacheco gets it out to Mariah Majori. Gajewski getting it back to Majori. Now back to Pacheco working the perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Open for Gajewski for three.
One of the few times either team has actually used the shot clock this game. It's usually just been back and forth, fast-paced basketball.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And, you know, again, for Durfee trying to earn a playoff spot, when they get to the playoffs, as James puts up another three, out of play it goes. If the Hilltoppers get into the playoffs, one of the things we see being divisional games, we don't always get a ton of divisional games during the regular season, is the pace is, you know, is up. Durfee's in a high division. And when you're not always playing at that level in the regular season, due to schedule or whatever, you know, sometimes the postseason can kind of be a wake-up call a little bit. So I like that fast-paced play because that's what they're going to see in the playoffs if they make it. And then most likely if they end up in the playoffs at, say, you know, 10-10 in the best case, if they win out, they're going to be on the road. They're not going to have their home fans behind them, that's for sure. They're going to end up having to probably play on the road.
Yeah, they're preparing themselves for the fast-paced basketball the way they've been playing.
That was tipped. And a jump ball. Parks. And allow the Hilltoppers to keep it there. And that was after Rodriguez had put up the three that was short. Get it to Parks from outside for three. Nicole Parks with 10 points on the night, having a really nice night. Carrero with 11, Katera James with 11. And James with a nice defensive play there, force it out of bounds.
She's been all over the place tonight on defense, offense, getting rebounds, tipping passes everywhere.
Gajewski to the basket, never hit the glass. I think she was going for the bank shot there and just kind of went airborne with it. Under 10 on the shot clock, got to make something happen quick. Salamone trying to the basket, can't get it to go. Nice pass to Rodriguez, puts it up, no good. Right in the hands of Majori, going back the other direction. And a foul coming, gonna go on James. This will be her second. And I have to correct myself as well. I was going off the board. Somerset does not have a foul yet here in the second half, which is actually what I thought. And I think somebody might have just hit the wrong button down there. So 2 fouls for the Hilltoppers in the second half. This second one puts Majori at the line for 2. She misses the first. Second one is good. Kind of been the story all night for free throws. Everybody kind of 1 for 2, so 50% from the field for both sides. From the line, I should say. Parks, nice jump back, can't get it to go. Rodriguez with the rebound to James, that's no good. And Carrero is fouled. And she's the one you want to foul because for the Hilltoppers, she's the one you want to see get fouled. She can have a chance to add to her point total. Again, needed 19 coming into the game, has 11. And she is now 8 points shy of 1,000, make it 7.
Definitely want to see her at the line getting the easy buckets right now with the milestone she's chasing.
And our official during pregame did say that they will be stopping the game 6 points away from 1,000. They will stop the game as an official timeout so that Durfee doesn't have to burn a timeout just to recognize Shaylin, and that's normal. Yeah. And Coach LePage totally amiable with that. It's had no problem with it because that's just kind of the way it goes. It's just routine. Right. And we're gonna have a timeout here on the court. So 36-17, the Hilltoppers continuing to pretty much control this game. They're up by 19.
Yeah, as expected, you would see official timeout so they can get the celebration going for her for that. Durfee really, like you said, controlling this game. This is their game right now. They're just dominating it.
So 36-17, and had a coach's timeout here. That last foul, by the way, that put Shaylin at the line was on Somerset. It was on Majori. That was her second personal foul. Picked up one in the second quarter. Now one here in the third. But a low foul night, too, for both sides, which is nice. It keeps the game going. You know, the free throws, you know, it's always nice when you can get free points, but it's also nice to keep the game going as well and not constantly have stoppages. Pacheco to Philippe. Philippe to the corner to, that was Salamoni, back to Pacheco, now to Philippe in the corner for three. Got it!
Wow, they just moved the ball around very good right there and found Philippe wide open in the corner.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Somerset's ball movement as Parks puts it up, sits on the rim for a minute, says hello, waves to the crowd, and then falls off.
Tough one.
Carrero tips it. Hilltoppers gonna have a jump ball here. And I think it's going to be Somerset ball, or is it Durfee ball? No. I'd say Durfee got the last one, so Somerset with the ball now. Quick inbound to Philippe, who just hit that three. Sydney working the perimeter now to Salamoni. Back to Philippe as Gajewski to her right. She's just gonna take it herself. Bounces off the back of the rim, couldn't get it to fall. Parks, full steam ahead. And a travel called on Parks. Gets some help up from both Pacheco of Somerset and Carrero, her teammate. Good sportsmanship there.
I don't like that there. The diving for the ball and you get the travel call. You're not really thinking about your feet. I don't know. I just don't agree with it.
I know.
It's tough because when you dive, you're not thinking about if your feet are moving. You're just trying to get control of the ball. I don't know. Just not a big fan of the way they have it.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you know, we saw that in, I think it was one of the Diamond games. I think it was Diamond last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. It was kind of the same thing. It's like, how do you get called on a travel when you're literally sliding on the ground and you're not moving, you know? But to your point, it's, you know, it is all about the feet. As Mikhailov got called on the foul there. So that's her second team foul. And Parks at the line. This is Nicole's second trip to the line. She was 1 for 2 on the first one. Missed the first one here. And looking to stay at 50% and at least get one out of this trip. And she does. So Parks with 11.
Wow, Topper's defense isn't holding up at all. They're up 17, still using the full court press.
Yeah, and you know, again, you gotta like the pressure. That's playing the full 32 minutes.
Yep.
Pacheco with the basket. She's got her first points of the night. 37-22. It's a 15-point game. Parks gets it to Alemian. Puts up the jumper. James swats it away. Look at the reach from Carrero, and it doesn't go. Woo, so close. I said she's had a couple of those tonight that haven't gone. That would probably go any other night,
Yeah.
you know, but tonight as we're counting down the points, that one and a couple in the first half haven't gone.
That's just the way it's been going all game for both sides, though. A lot of these balls you would expect to go in on any given night, just not tonight.
Well, again, good news for her is that she's only 6 points away, and that's very doable in the next 10.5 minutes. A steal for Gajewski. Blocked by Parks. No foul. They will inbound. Great defense. Great defense right there. James almost stole that one. Philippe sets, takes the three, no good. And it's going to be Gajewski rather. She couldn't get it, and it goes into the hands of Abby Callahan. Parks out to James, who has 3 from downtown in the game. That one misses. Carrero tried to get the rebound. It goes out off of her. and it'll be Somerset ball.
She seemed to cool down later on here in the second half. James was very hot in the first half from the three-point land.
Two minutes to play in the third. Couple subs there. Liz Rodriguez, one of them, coming in for Durfee. Carrero gets the feed, lost the ball. I don't think she was expecting it. She wasn't looking in the direction of the ball. I think it caught her off guard. And a turnover for the Hilltoppers. Out to Gajewski for three. Got it from way out. That is her third from downtown. She's got 9 points.
Now they're starting to fall for her. Now, yeah, they're finally going in.
90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Carrero with the jumper, falling back, couldn't get it to fall, no fouls. Parks puts it back for two, and a timeout is called with 1:20 or 80 seconds to play. Oh, man. So 39-25 is the score. Parks continuing to add to her total. She has 13, which is now tied with Carrero for game high. Again, you mentioned James kind of quiet a little bit. Yes, she only has 3 points since the end of the first quarter. Nothing here in the third quarter. So she had 11 just in the first half alone. But Gajewski with the 3 threes, one in the first and then 2 here in the third quarter. That last one, beautiful rainbow shot.
Yeah, she's starting to heat up now. Coming out of the first half, a rough first half for her shooting-wise. Now she's starting to get them to fall, starting to figure it out.
And it's nice, again, it's nice to see two girls teams taking outside shots and actually hitting them, because there's eight from downtown between both sides, 4 for each team.
I feel like these girls' games just go a lot quicker than the boys. I feel like there's a lot more foul calls in the boys' games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Parks going to the basket, banks it in. Boy, she's lighting it up in the third here. She has 8 points in the third. She had 7 in the first half. 60 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Gajewski trying to get free. Callahan jarred it loose. James rolling around, able to get the pass to Parks. Hilltoppers with it. Carrero, spin move. Where's the foul on that? Are you kidding me?
That's horrible.
That's a lot of contact right there. There's one thing of being generous. There's another of just turning a blind eye. Carrero gets another shot. There's the foul.
There we go. Thank you.
So Carrero going to take 2 shots. I mean, really, what are you going to do to buy a foul?
Yeah, there might have been more contact on the shot before that.
Yeah, I think so. That's called a makeup call. Payton gets hit with her 3rd foul. Carrero puts it in. 5 points away.
Getting closer.
4 points away. So cool.
2 layups. Here we go. Back to back.
Here you go. Yeah, exactly. 4 points is not out of the question with another quarter to play, as that 3 is no good. We have 25 seconds. Shot clock is off. Callahan to the basket. No good. Who wants it? Carrero with the rebound, and it goes out of play.
She lost it, bobbled it up.
And I think she might have gotten hit in the mouth. She's just kind of checking her lip here. I think she's okay. All right, Somerset with a chance to get some points to end the quarter. 15 seconds. They've made some strides here in the third quarter. They're managing just 12 in the first half alone. Gajewski putting that one in, has 8 here in this half alone. That does not count. It was not a buzzer beater. So 43-27 the score, and credit Somerset. They put up 15 thanks to the help of 3 from outside in that third quarter. But, you know, the Hilltoppers continuing, you know, to play tough as well. And it was the Parks Carrero show here in the third quarter. 14 points for the quarter, all 14 going to them. 8 for Parks and 6 for Carrero.
I think with this size of a lead now in the fourth quarter, they're just going to pound Carrero until she can get those 4 points, especially with a lead like this.
Well, I think, they should. If they wanted to get the 1,000, get it out of the way.
Right.
Again, you're talking 2 baskets now.
Yeah, it's
drive the lane. If you get it from the line, so be it. If you get it from the free throw line, just do it and get it done, and then that way we can congratulate her. And then I'm sure again, it's a milestone, it's a big deal, but I'm sure she also doesn't want to be thinking about it. They have playoffs on the mind, and
yeah, she wants to get it out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Final 8 minutes of play here from Somerset. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you on Fred TV and Blue Raiders TV. You're watching high school girls basketball, Somerset versus Durfee. And it's the Hilltoppers leading 43-27. Gajewski going baseline all the way around everybody, then passing it back to, I think that's Salamoni it is, and she gets the basket. Salamoni with 8 points, quietly chasing double digits here. Good feed to James. James can't get it to go. Carrero puts it up, no good. Kept in by Pacheco, and Somerset has it. Breaking is Gajewski. Parks chasing her. No foul, and a clean bank in. She's got 13. Baker's dozen for her.
She threw that one high off the glass.
I know.
To avoid getting blocked.
I didn't think it was going to go, to be honest with you.
That was really high.
Carrero gets it, trying to get to the hoop. Can't float it up. 7 minutes to play. 1 minute gone.
It's definitely on her mind now with how close she is to it. It's definitely on her mind just to get to the 1,000.
Well, I mean, again, the thing is Salamoni puts up a 3, it's no good, and Carrero gets the rebound. What's the worst case? You don't get it tonight, you do it in front of the home crowd on Friday.
Right.
So, again, it's not the worst thing in the world. A travel called on Rodriguez. So, again, it's not like you're going out on the road and, your next game's going to be like, say, at Feehan, a half an hour, 40 minutes away. You're going home. So, if for some reason she can't get 4 points here in this last quarter, well, then, I guess then so be it. But I don't anticipate that happening. I really don't. What we got to be careful of, what Durfee's got to be careful of, as a travel called on Gajewski, is got to watch Somerset as they try to creep back into this one. They've gone on a 4-0 run to start this quarter, and they're down by just 12 now. So things, this was a big lead at one point for Durfee. 19 points was the largest lead of the night, and James can't get that to fall, so Durfee held scoreless here in the first 2 minutes of the fourth. Rebound to James, comes out full steam ahead, weaving her way, and now they'll kind of slow things up. Coach Kelly directing traffic from the sidelines, and Rivera draws the foul. She's going to take 2 shots. No points to this point in the game for Rivera, but she's going to get 2 shots thanks to a foul on Salamoni. Just the 4th foul for Somerset. Durfee with only 2 in the second half. First one misses. Second one misses. Parks has the height advantage. Pushes off, banks it in for 2. 17 points for Nicole Parks with a good chance to hit 20 on the night. She's had one heck of a ball game. Gajewski was looking for someone to pass to, and she's going to get fouled by Parks. Durfee picking up foul number 3. I knew I shouldn't have said they only had 2 because I knew they'd end up picking one up. 2 shots for Gajewski. Off the rim, that one no good. She's the 4th Blue Raider to have free throws tonight. I'm sorry, the 3rd. This is the 4th trip to the line for the Blue Raiders, and in each of the 4 trips, the Blue Raiders missed the first shot and then hit the second. So I guess it's called a reprieve. But needless to say, 50% from the line tonight for the Blue Raiders. They hit those other 4 baskets, and we're talking a 9-point game.
Crazy how much it can change a game just by hitting those 1-point free throws.
Well, I'll never forget, you know, the Conley boys basketball team when they won the championship back in March 2013. Tommy Keys was, I believe it was 8 for 8 or 10 for 10 from the free throw line in the 4th quarter. They don't make those shots, they lose that game because they only won. They won by less than 5 points.
Yeah, they can really change the game entirely. In that case, even a season. They're big.
You come out either a champion or you come out first loser. You know, seriously.
Yeah.
You come out in second place. So it's you got to hit the free throws. That's the bottom line. And you know, Rivera hadn't been to the line at all tonight. She missed her 2 for Durfee. Parks is 2 for 4. Carrero is 5 for 7. She's up to her total. She's hit her last 4. A long pass deep to James. Lost her for a minute. Kind of going to regroup. Going out to Rivera. Rivera wants a 3. It's going to be short. James there for the putback. Can't get it to go. Parks going to get the rebound and come out of the pile. Kind of reset things and threw the ball away. Gajewski with the steal to the basket. She's got 16 points, and it's an 11-point game.
Seemed like an entirely different team in the second half from the Somerset Berkeley Raiders.
Almost thrown back court. Parks with a lane, and that was pretty easy for her. 19 points for her.
There's no one in front of her on that dribble drive.
No, all alone. Carrero with the rebound, gives it to Callahan. I'd like to see Carrero do it with 2 twos and end up right with 1,000. James from downtown for the 4th time tonight. That's a big one right there. Thrown away. It was back up to a 16-point lead. James again to the basket. That one doesn't go. She goes sliding to the court.
She gets up pretty slow on that.
Loose ball. Somerset will keep it. Come up on just about halfway through this 4th quarter. 4:14 to play in the game. Again, Carrero chasing 1,000, has 15 points, needs 4 to hit 1,000 for the career. Almost tipped away by Parks. Little jumper is good from Salamoni. Carrero one-on-one at the moment, gets the feed underneath for 2, and we're 1 basket away. 998 points in Shaylin Carrero's career. She needs a basket to join the 1,000-point club.
I think to make it the easiest way for her to score 1,000, you need to have somebody else take it out under the basket so she can get set up. It looks like that's exactly what they're doing. I like it.
Yeah, Pacheco with the basket. And, you know, I've seen the last time I saw a 1,000-point scorer, it was not one of the Fall River teams, and it kind of just gave the open lane to the girl. And you know, I asked the coach about that, and he said, you know, I would have rather seen her have to challenge to get to it, you know, instead of just a free basket. He wanted to see her have to get challenged. But, you know, it is what it is. Either way, it's, you know, it's still a basket. It still counts.
Right.
Durfee picks up foul number 4. And it was Carrero picking it up, her 3rd. Salamoni thought about it. Carrero got in her face, and now a foul on Parks. It's going to be Parks' 3rd foul. Durfee's 5th. 3:01 to play. 2 shots. Salamoni at the line. She's 2 for 4 on the night. Hits the first, so she is the first to hit the first shot out of 2. First time tonight. This would make it a 12-point game. And it misses no good. Gajewski keeps it in, it'll go out, and it'll be Durfee ball. So Salamone stays at 50%, and so does the team. The team 5 for 10, Salamone 3 for 6 at the line. And Durfee with possession. Carrero breaking into the paint, moving around. Swatted away by Pacheco, out of bounds. Durfee will keep it, but they have 16 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Carrero all alone underneath. They're going to get it to her. No. Stolen away by Gajewski.
If that pass was even 2 seconds earlier,
yeah.
There's the basket. Just
tough foul there, called on Parks. It's her fourth, second straight foul for her. And now you're going to probably see her come out for a little while. Gajewski will head to the line. Her second trip in the game, second this quarter. First one, no good. Nicole's going to take a seat, and she gives way to Anoush Alimian, number 21, coming into the game. Parks with 19 points. I don't think this is the last we've seen of her. But one thing I will say, she's been such a force underneath as well with the height. I think we're going to see Carrero getting a ball here. Second shot good for Gajewski. 2:30 to play. The Hilltoppers with possession here. Carrero trying to get freed up. Everybody all over her. She gets the ball. Is this it?
There it is! There it is!
Number 1,000 for Shaylin Carrero. 19 points on the night. And welcome to the 1,000-point club. She's the 5th consecutive Durfee girl to accomplish the feat. Brianna Camara was the last one to do it.
Wow. That's incredible.
And the whole Somerset bench and team going to come over to congratulate her. You know, again, it's a rivalry, but this is, you know, it's about sportsmanship, and that's one heck of an accomplishment. Shaylin Carrero joins the 1,000-point club with points number 999 and number 1,000 with that layup. So it's an even grand.
That's incredible.
Fantastic.
What a feat.
So now they'll use the, they will use the timeout to just go over the game plan here for the final 2 minutes and 18 seconds. And while they take the timeout, I'll use the timeout to post this to Facebook as well. We are back. Somerset down by 14. Pacheco to Philippe. Ooh, to the basket, good for 3.
There it is again. She is still on fire this second half.
So it's an 11-point game. Katera James, and there is a foul. It's going to be on Gajewski, rather. Shaylin has just been subbed out.
I think she's checked out for good. Well, for the rest of this game.
Yeah. No, that's
yeah.
You're right. I think so, because you know, with 100 seconds to play, 54-43 the score. I think it's safe to say that if the Hilltoppers can just keep possession, maybe get another basket, this one's pretty much in the bag. So Shaylin will end tonight, Game 17, with exactly 1,000 points to her credit.
And for those of you who are like me, that meant there was 1:40 left.
Now 84 seconds to play.
1:24.
There you go. Hilltoppers picking up foul number 7. Gajewski at the line. That one went down. This foul was on Elise Alemian, who just came in, number 22. Both shots good for Gajewski. So now that upped her total. She's a little better than 50%, and it actually made the team a little better than 50% as well. That's the first time they've gone perfect at the line in any trip. Rodriguez for 3. It's long. Alemian with the rebound. And to the basket, no good. Parks comes away with it. Hilltoppers lead by 9, 60 seconds to play. That one doesn't go. Rodriguez fighting, it's a jump ball. Inbound quick to Alemian. That's off the mark. And it'll go the other way. Rodriguez across the court. And it's off the front of the rim. That was Cheryl Parks. Another jump ball. Bottom line, though, is with each possession, even if there's no points, they're taking time off the clock. And now we're under 30. Shot clock is off, and the Hilltoppers are going to grab win number 7. That is inevitable now. So the Hilltoppers with win number 7 keep playoff hopes alive. .1, and one more foul we'll have here. It's the 8th foul for Durfee. 6 in the 4th quarter. A lot of fouls at the end of the game. That's something that they're going to have to be cautious of if they do make the playoffs. And no good. That one bouncing a couple times from Majori, so the first one no good. Second one no good either. 13, 12, 11, now 10 seconds. And Nicole Parks just going to hold on to it, it appears. Going to get to her sister. And she was certainly fouled. A travel called with half a second, and that's going to do it. That will do it.
No coming back now.
No, that's it. Game, set, match. The Hilltoppers come to Somerset. A 54-45 victory. They keep their playoff hopes alive, grabbing win number 7. Shaylin Carrero grabs her 1,000th point. And for the Hilltoppers as well, they get their revenge against Somerset after the Blue Raiders beat Durfee opening night on their home court. So a nice night for Durfee all around. Everything that a Durfee fan and the Durfee coaches and players would have wanted happened tonight. Shaylin got the 1,000th point out of the way. The Hilltoppers keep the season alive and the playoff hopes alive by winning here, and they get their revenge. So it was a good night for the Hilltoppers. For Somerset, again, you see why the record is not indicative of how they've played, because this game was a 19-point game at one point, and the Hilltoppers win by 9. And I'm telling you, a couple threes that didn't fall for Somerset, this could have been a totally different game.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right.
All right, so leading scorers on the night, Carrero with 19 and Nicole Parks with 19. And let's not forget that Gajewski on the other side had 11 after 3 quarters, and she added 8 in the 4th quarter. So she also had 19 for Somerset. She closed out really well. And Katera James, a big part, 4 shots from downtown that went down for her. She had 14 for Durfee. So good team effort for the Hilltoppers. Really nice night for Gajewski again. Some of those threes in the first half that didn't go, we really could have been looking at overtime here. 3 balls that didn't go down that, we'd be at 54 all.
Yeah.
So, she was not afraid to take the outside shots, and she had a really nice night as well, not to go unnoticed. 16 of those 19 points in the second half. Really closed out well. So, a lot of fun tonight. Glad you tuned in on Fred TV and Blue Raiders TV here in Somerset. We're going to sign off now. So for Zach Souza, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Somerset, Berkeley.